Okay, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. It is June 19th, I believe. I can't believe this. Every month we say this. It just flies by. Every month. You guys are incredible. I cannot believe all the people who are out there trying to inspire our lives this month. Okay, you guys, there are so many of you that are so very close to hitting success. So I'm going to go ahead and give our shout outs for recognition because I see that Carlos just jumped on and we are going to give him as much time and attention as possible. But we definitely want our shout outs this week. We have Kara, Christiana, Lindsay, Allie, Kim, Lindsay Rambo, Jessica, Karen, myself, who are all inspiring lives. And we already have Missy McLean, who's at Success Club 8. Yay! So proud of her and Cliff. And you want to know, I just got to tell you, I won't embarrass Cliff or anything, but he sent me the most beautiful note this week. And it's just really, really nice. You know, when you get those notes and you're just like, we're doing the right thing. So guys, I am so very excited. I want to know before we move on though, if anybody else has any shout outs, because there's been so much greatness going on that you guys, I know, all have internally things that you want to recognize too. So feel free to unmute yourself here and shout out whatever you want. Otherwise,
I've got something to say. Can you guys hear me? This is Allie.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hi, I'm actually, it probably looks like I am Lindsay Kaufman because that's what my phone does. But anyway, I have a very quick shout out. I don't even know if Kim is on the call. Is she here yet?
Not yet.
All right, well, I'm shouting it out to her anyway that she is about to have her first coach, and I'm so proud of her. And her good friend Phil is gonna be becoming a coach in the next couple of days, and so I'm just proud of both of them.
Awesome. Oh my gosh, that's amazing, Kim. She's going to be a rock star. We all know that.
Yeah.
She just, she has to see that, get that cloud out of the way. So.
Yep.
Oh, awesome, Allie. I'm so excited for you and her.
I have something quick to say.
Yeah.
I mean, I have lots to say, but I'll keep it down to one thing for right now. I'm just stupid, silly proud of every single one of us who rocked out the Shanti, because listen, that shit was hard. And, but it was so the most motivating, I have goosebumps right now. It was the most motivating, awesome thing that I've ever done. And that sounds silly. It was 1 week, but the fact that we got through that, because let me tell you something, it was really hard, but it was so cool, seeing everybody do the same thing. And I don't know, it was just awesome. So congratulations to all of us, because that was the hardest week of my life.
Oh my gosh. It totally was. I cried on the last day. I was just dig deep. I don't know where I'm digging because there's nowhere to dig. I broke into tears. It was hard. So hard. But how about the shift shop? Did anybody preview it today? So when that gets released, we will have to do that as a team. It was
another crazy sweat fest. Holy crap.
I know. And I love how they integrate agility and weights and stuff like that too. So it's amazing. And he's such a good spirit as well. His motivation and enthusiasm and his passion just kind of come in a different way than Shanti, in his own way, his own words. And I just love that.
Well, and I love too that Shanti and Chris Downing, the sneak peeks, incorporated people that had to take breaks, incorporated not just the crazy fittest of the fit, because it was okay, we're all doing this together. And that was really awesome.
Yeah. Those little moments at the end of his workout where he was having one-on-one discussion with people. Oh gosh, it was beautiful. Just beautiful. See, I don't watch TV. I do Beachbody workouts. That's my sitcom for the week. Go for it, Jess. We got to unmic.
Oh, okay, on mute. Well, my shout out. Where's Kara? I lost her. Oh, Kara. And my other fellow coaches, we're running our first all Spanish group, and it's been really good. It's running smoothly. It's a very small group, but everyone is participating. Everyone is kicking ass. I mean, it's just great. It's very good. It's been great. I can't wait to do it again and again and again. It's just the first Spanish group. I'm sure it'll be one at least every other month, if not every month.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's awesome. I can't wait. All righty. Yeah, Carrie, you have something? Oh, I thought you said you had. I thought you threw your hand up in the air. All right, guys. Well, we are going to get started then. We have Carlos Aguilera on the phone, and you guys know me. I'm kind of a corporate junkie. I think it's very important to know, who at corporate is who and who can help us directly, because when we don't have the answers or when we need something, there are people there available for us, and you just got to find out who they are. And Carlos came to, I believe, Beachbody about a year ago. I'm sure he'll share his story, but he is the director of marketing for the Hispanic community. And he's helping with the UK launch, which so many of us already, our UK group is up. I think we have over 35 people in it already, which is incredible, guys. It's only been a month that we've been, connecting with people. And while it's not a very active group yet with participation, it is a way for them to start seeing what we're doing. And so when we can share these little things like Sean Week, these previews, sharing the links of how they can get access to On Demand for free, asking, engaging questions, just like you do on your regular Facebook pages. What's your favorite, whatever, just to create engagement. And so there are a couple of leaders in that group. We are going to make it amazing. So without further ado, Carlos, the floor and the microphone is yours. I'm so happy to have you here.
Hey, Stacy, it's so great to be with you guys. Lindsay, how are you? Darlene, Kara, Allie, Amanda, Jessica, of course. Walter, how are you? Guys, it's super exciting to be with you tonight because I've done something pretty cool. I'm super excited about this because Stacy approached me and we were chatting about supporting or providing you with the tools you need to do or to immerse or work the Spanish market here in the U.S., which is a market that is growing like crazy. It's just growing so much. And I put together a little tool just for this night. So I want to thank you for the opportunity. Look at this. It's called Team Beachbody, How to Do Business in the U.S. Spanish Market. So basically, it's a little guide that's going to take you through a lot of information that we have available to you. We're going to be talking about this. Just like the one we put together for the UK. But I think this one, I don't know if you've seen the one we put together for the UK, but I think this one is super hands-on. It gives you links that take you directly to the tool that you can use to work the U.S. Spanish market without having to speak the language. And that's the cool part. So we're going to be talking about that. Because in reality, as we approach international markets, you don't need to speak German, or you don't need to speak Chinese or Russian or Spanish in order for you to take advantage of the market. And that's what I'm here to do, to help you open up your mind to the possibilities, because there is so many things we can do. But to start, I think I would like to start with our mission. Our mission at Team Beachbody is to help people achieve their goals and live healthy, fulfilling lives. And that mission is a global mission. It's not just for the US. It's not just for Canada. It's not just for Puerto Rico, but it's for the entire world. And I joined Beachbody about a year and 6 months ago. And let me tell you, I've had a phenomenal transformation too. I've loved it. I've been in the direct selling industry for many years, and I love helping companies go international. I love to be able to see how it coaches impacts people's lives. But let me show you something I've got here. I don't know if I'm able to share this, but check this out. Look at this. My wife and I, we started doing 21-day fix. in December, the last days of December. And check this out. What do you think, huh? Is that cool? You know, things, I found this picture, the difference between these pictures, when I was preparing another training and I was going through old videos, and I found this when I was like, oh my gosh, look at this change. And so, yeah, we all have a story. And the most important thing I could tell you tonight, the most important advice I can give you is get a story. And it doesn't have to be a perfect transformation, because we all are a work in progress, but get a story with the products. Get a story with the results that you've been looking for, and then share that with others. I mean, that is the key. When you start sharing the things that are impacting your life, how Beachbody has helped you, I don't know, be more confident. You may not have your perfect goal yet, but you may be more confident. You may feel like, you know what? I did Sean Week and it kicked my butt, but I did it. You know, and that gives you confidence to say, you know what, I can achieve something else. And I love this. So yeah, I think the main thing that I wish you can take out of this is, like, it doesn't matter who you're talking to. The great majority of people in this world, not just the US, Canada, and Puerto Rico, need what we have. And I'll tell you why. Here in the US alone, 77% of the Latinos, okay? And by the way, so you know, Latinos is not a race. Huh? Latinos is like a group of people. They have people who are Caucasian, others who are Native Americans, or others who are Black Americans. It's like this melting pot, right? And usually, and they speak about 3 languages, right? English, Portuguese, Spanish. Spanish being the main one. Everybody, I mean, of the Spanish-speaking Latinos of the U.S., 77% of us adults are overweight or obese. And Dr. Guzman could attest to this. We have some of the highest issues with obesity and with heart disease. And let me tell you, like any other American, they're here to ensure that their families live well, that they're achieving their dreams, and they can support their families and educate their children, and they're working very hard at doing this. Maybe 2 jobs, maybe three jobs, and they're forgetting about taking care of themselves. They're eating fast food because it's the easiest thing. And let me tell you this, that goes to any American. Pretty much it's easier for us just to eat something on the streets than prepare at home, because we're so busy with work. Maybe 2 jobs, or whatever we're doing. So it's easier for us to make sure that we find something on the fly. And because we're so focused on providing for the families, that we forget to pay attention about what the needs of the mother are, or the dad. And thus they start going into the cycle of easy meals, you know, and I'm so tired I have to go to bed instead of exercising, and I have to wake up early in the morning, so I have no time to exercise. And for lunch I only have 45 minutes, so I have no time to exercise then either. So they're being heavily impacted by what's out there. And now if you think about it, and this is for any of us, right? Not just for the US managed market. We believe that the only way you can achieve your goals, your weight management goals, are by going into a crazy diet, taking some crazy pills, or going to a gym that you can never actually get to because you're so busy working. Think about that. We really are blocking our minds and saying, if I'm going to lose the weight that I've gained with my first, second, third, or fourth child, right? And not just for the spouse. Let me tell you, I was one of those. I mean, my wife had the first baby, Carlito Gabriel, and she gained like 25 pounds, maybe 30 pounds, you know, and then she lost them. But I, being the husband, I gained 15, 20 pounds, and I didn't lose them. I stayed with them, right? But what I'm going back to is saying, for people to be able to lose that weight, they believe that the only way they can do it is if they go to a gym. So they get into a gym membership. I, myself, personally, paid for a gym for 3 years, and I think I went 3 times. And that's most of us, Americans. It doesn't matter your ethnicity. Because we've been ingrained with this idea that you have to go to a gym and you have to have that tool available. And if you have the chance of actually going there, you don't know what to do. So at Beachbody, we have the total solution. The total solution. And the total solution combines three aspects, three key things. And you guys already know them because you're living them already. You've been exposed to them. You're finding results through them. But most people do not know this. And it's always been in front of them, because every time they go see Dr. Guzman, they ask him. The doctor says, "So, are you exercising every day? Are you eating right?" Right? Our doctors are asking us these questions. In our minds, we're thinking, well, I didn't do the diet, or well, I didn't get to the gym, so I can't exercise. But this is the total solution, guys. This is the cool part. Total solution involves, number one, daily exercise. Are you exercising daily? Daily exercise, 30 minutes of brisk exercise, like that gets your body moving, right? Right? Now, some of you may think, well, I still need to go to the gym to do this because, but you don't know what to do. The cool thing is that with Beachbody On Demand, you've got programs that go from 22 minutes to 45 minutes, and they give you the most amazing workout you can do as you follow it. Today, we had the Shift Shop. Phenomenal program. Love it. And we had, I don't know if you noticed this, but we had issues later in the day with logging into the Shift Shop. I mean, do you guys notice that? Because we have over 1 million subscribers, and that's thanks to you. Because you are telling people that is the solution they can find. It's a solution they can do from home. They can do at home. They don't have to take the kids to any babysitting place. They don't have to worry about how long they're out. They can just move that table, the coffee table, and exercise from home. They can just move the bed and do their exercises right there before they go off to work. So that's the first pillar. But the problem is this: people don't know that 60 to 70% of your results, 60 to 70% of your results for fitness will depend on how you feed your machine, how you eat. And thus, the second pillar is called nutrition. You need to understand how you eat right, how to ensure that you can eat what you like. Check this out, okay? And this applies so much to Latinos, because Latinos love to eat it. We love to eat, right? You can eat what you like. However, with 21 Day Fix, we came out with this amazing tool. It's called Portion Fix, that teaches you how to eat depending on portions, And that's one of the things that's missing in people's minds. It's like, well, if I'm going to eat this, I'm just going to eat. I eat. And that's when we start getting in trouble, because if you're not exercising during the week and you're eating all this food that you used to eat when you were a high schooler or a college student who was exercising pretty much every day, just walking up and down, then of course you're going to start gaining weight. And even if you go to the gym, if you do not take care of your intake of food, you're going to be in trouble. Thus, Portion Fix. Now, the other thing that's super important to understand is that Shakeology has a very key part in what we're doing in the nutrition part. Shakeology is the most dense nutrition you can have in the day. It's so full of amazing ingredients that help you so much. One of the main benefits of Shakeology is that it curbs that desire to eat. I mean, that cravings for junk food. Shakeology takes them away. I mean, raise your hand if that's happened to you. Have you noticed that? You feel like when you're more satisfied, you feel like, whoa, this is really helping me. And one of the reasons why that is happening is because Shakeology is feeding your body so well that your body's beginning to feel satisfied in addition to what you're eating in your nutrition. Once again, it's not a standalone solution. It's not just drinking Shakeology and you'll be fine. No, you learn how to eat right. You have your meals, and you use Shakeology to help you curb those cravings of junk food. So that's the second pillar. Yeah. So now people are gonna say, "Oh, Carlos, but I just copied. I've got Insanity. I bought it. Downloaded it from the internet, and I'm taking this crazy shake that I just bought from somewhere. Is that enough?" No, it's not. one of the key parts of these pillars is the third pillar, which is called group support, which is you as a coach. When you have a coach and you have a group like you guys here, like Melissa, Ali, supporting each other, encouraging each other, asking, hey, did you press play today? Did you log in to watch to do the shift job? When you have that group, that's when everything works, because most of us in the world, is hard for us to be disciplined enough to follow this on our own. I mean, we as a society, we love to be with each other. So when you talk about Beachbody, we're not talking about Shakeology. We're not talking about Beachbody. We're talking about the total solution. And the total solution is those three things combined. Okay. So knowing that, understanding this, when Team Beachbody launches in the UK here in the next few months in the fall, what is actually happening is that we are launching the third part, the last two parts of this thing, because we already have Beachbody on demand in the UK, and people are already using it. And when we have some nutritional products there, we don't have Shakeology yet, but we will soon. Okay. But the last part that is super cool that's going to be available to them there is going to be you as a coach. Because you will be able to engage other citizens in the UK and say, guys, I can show you how to be a coach. You're already helping people, but guess what? Now with the launch of Team Beachbody, you'll be able to receive a compensation from helping people. You'll be able to build an additional side income that's going to supplement your income or replace it if you want it to be as a business. But it's your choice. And that's what we're doing in the fall. So in order for us to do that, we're preparing our systems, we're preparing our call center, we're preparing our sales support teams. We're putting this machine to work so you can have all the tools you need to be able to reach out across the Atlantic Ocean and say, hey, if you like fitness, if you like the programs that we have available on Beachbody On Demand, if you want to learn how to eat right, and you are in love with the idea of helping others achieve their goals as you are achieving your own goals, then you're a coach, and I'm a coach, and I'd love to be your coach in the business side. So you can learn how to take this to help your neighbors and your friends. And that's why we put together this little document. I'm going to show it to you right now. I don't know if you have access to it, but there you go. Okay. Can you see it? You got it right there? Can you see it, guys? Thumbs up? Cool. So Team Beachbody in the United Kingdom. This document here is going to give you step-by-step the things that we are doing as a company to go into the UK. We're going to give you information. We're going to give you keys, tips on how to do the business, do's and don'ts, things that you should be engaged in doing and things that you should not be doing, and so forth, so you can know how to navigate these months when we're not open, but we're encouraging you to make relationships, to connect with people in the UK. So what I would recommend for you to do is to go over this document, read it, and if you have questions, please come back to me with them. I'll help you out. Some of you may say, Carlos, cool document, love it, but I don't have any friends in the UK. I'm not really interested in doing anything there. What is my benefit as a coach for the company going international? I will give you something that you're going to like. The company, first of all, we really know and we believe in our mission. We know that we can, let me put it this way. Carl Deichler says, the biggest opportunities lie on solving the biggest problems in the world. Now, what's the biggest problem we have in the world right now? Actually, we just got a report from the international, what is it, OHS? Is that what it's called? WHO. Sorry, I was doing Spanish or Portuguese now. The WHO, right? The World Health Organization, and said that, I don't know, close to 1/3, maybe more, of the world's population is obese or overweight. Maybe more than that. So it's now a global issue. It's not just the US or the countries that are well developed. It's a global issue that we have to face. So that's why we're going international. And the cool thing is this. When we go international, we are going to be impacting more lives in other countries, but that's also going to increase the percentage of the bonus pools we have. And this is my invitation to you. I don't know if you are a 2-star diamond or above. And if you are not yet, I want you to think about this. You may say, Carlos, I'm Lindsay Kaufman, and I don't have any friends in the UK, and I don't know if I'm interested in doing that. I'm just going to be working here in the US and Canada. But this is what I would say to you, Lindsay. If you focus and build your business here in the US, whether it's US Spanish or Canada French, if you just start building here, okay, and you become a 2-star diamond coach, when you're a 2-star diamond coach or a 5-star diamond coach or a 10-star diamond coach or a 15-star diamond coach, you participate in a global bonus pool. That means quarterly, we share with anyone who qualifies to those pools the entire volume of the company, which is, well, we put 2%. We set apart 2% of the entire volume of the company that we pay quarterly. So even if you just focus on building your business here in the States, you have not even one customer in the UK, you can still benefit from our expansion. Because right now we're at $1.3 billion as a company. Phenomenal growth, thanks to you once again. And we will continue to grow because we really want to impact the world. But you, just by having your domestic business here, if you're a 2-star diamond or above, you can still benefit from the volume that is being purchased and used in the UK. So my invitation to you would be this. If you're interested in building in the UK, we're not open yet, first of all. So you need to wait basically to the fall to start really building there. But if you focus on building here, by the time we open, you can be a 2-star diamond and start sharing in the benefit of the growth that we're going to have there without being directly engaged. So my invitation is this. Read this document. Take a look at it. If you're interested, please contact me. Love to help. And we've got a group that we've set apart for the UK prospective customers and coaches. We call it the UK pre-launch group. And if you have friends in the UK that you're keeping in contact, you're keeping them warm and nice, that you want them to have a touch point with us at corporate, add them to that group. Because we're doing like weekly calls. Stacy, I don't know if have you part of that group, Stacy? Have you seen what we're doing?
I am not part of that group. I would love to be added to it because, like I said, we have about 30 people already, and I speak with at least 10 of them regularly. So where is this document? Is it in the online? Is it in the back office?
I'm going to upload it it's in the back office, but I'm going to upload it right now to the group so you guys have it. Cool.
Okay,
so I'm going to upload it so you can all download it. But write this website down. This is the key. Go to the site. It's called teambeachbodyuk.com. 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 If you go there, that's a landing page that is for all those people who are interested in building in the UK, whether they live in the UK or here. That's a site that we give you a lot of information. Okay? Cool. So any more questions about the UK before I go on to the US Spanish market?
No.
Stacey, all good?
Yeah, we're good.
Hey, so
Actually, I'm sorry. I have one very quick one. I'm sorry, Carlos. Thank you so much for being here. Should when talking to the UK, people in the UK, should we be approaching the coaching right away, or should we just be approaching, hey, come into our free challenge group and see what we're all about? What tactic should we go for?
That is exactly what we're suggesting to do in that document that I give you. The best way to find people who are going to be committed to our mission is by giving them a taste of what we stand for, what we do. And that only comes when you help them achieve a weight management goal, whether it's to increase muscle mass or to lose body fat. It is through the experience of using our products. And then you're going to see the ones that are super interested are going to go like, so Lindsay, I see that you're doing this as a business. Tell me more about it. Or you can go the other way around. As you have your challenge group there open, right, and you're helping them out, obviously they're not buying anything. Just keep that in mind, huh? Keep that in mind, because if you're putting too much time in there and they're not buying anything, your commission is going to go down. Okay, keep that in mind. That's a parenthesis. Okay, but as you're helping them, and you see people who are engaged and who have the profile of a coach, you talk to them and say, hey, guess what? You know what? We're launching here soon, and I would love for you to be part of our team, our UK team. So yeah, that's the way I would do it. Now, something else to keep in mind is that people in the UK are not as open to home-based businesses. Meaning, direct selling businesses is not something that is as appealing as it is for us, and they're a little bit more shy on the way they share. So social media sharing is not something that goes on well with them. So it may take a little more coaching to help them share their stories with others. In fact,
on Instagram, they're killing it. Like Instagram, they're all over the place.
Yeah.
Showing what they're doing. And a lot of it is Beachbody.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You will find people who do that, but it's not the majority of the country like we do here. You know, for example, let me give you a number. In the States, about 65% of all Americans are engaged in social media. You know, and engaged meaning sharing. So not just logged on, right? In the Spanish market, it's about 73%. So the Latinos are more likely to be engaged and to share social media content than any other demo in the United States. So if you want something to fly quickly, and Jessica, you can tell me this, just tell a cool story to Latinos, and they're gonna go woohoo! They tell everybody. Right? That doesn't happen in the UK. I need you to know that. Okay? The UK, they're more reserved. It's like, oh yeah, that's super cool. Yeah, cheers, right? And when we're too bubbly, and they've told me this, yeah, because I work with them every day, right? When you're too bubbly, you're not very trustworthy. So you mellow down the conversation, and when you talk, you may be saying the same things, but you're not bubbly or very expressive. Otherwise, it breeds mistrust in their cultural way of seeing the world. You know, okay, and I've learned that from them also. Cool. So yeah, those are a couple tips, and we can continue the conversation in the UK. I tell you, it's fascinating, super cool. But let me tell you once again, the biggest opportunity is still in the US. They're still in the US, because we're the largest market in the world. I mean, I guess population-wise would be China, but economics, still the US is super powerful. And we still have millions and millions of people to reach. I mean, from what I understand, about 266 million Americans need what we have. And we only have 1 million subscribers worldwide. So we haven't even scratched the surface. I mean, if anyone's telling you that Beachbody is already a what's that term that they use? Saturated? No, we've got so much to do, and now and this is a good transition into the Spanish market. In the Spanish market, we have 58 million Latinos, 58, and so they're bigger than Canada and Spain. So if the U.S. Spanish market were its own country, will be bigger than Canada, bigger than Spain, both population and financial. They make more money than the countries of Canada and Spain. Of course, it's not surprising they're part of the US, right? But the thing is that they're super brand loyal. I mean, in fact, you know what I'm going to do is this. Okay, I'm going to show you this image here. Guys, if I get too boring, please tell me, and I'll change my my approach. But so this is super interactive. Don't feel like you have to just take it. You can tell me, Carlos, it's boring. I'll move on. But okay, so how to do business in U.S. Spanish? Okay, market at a glance: 58 million Latinos in the U.S., $1.7 trillion in annual spending, comparable to Canada and Spain. Okay, 77% of adults are overweight or obese. Okay? Brand loyal. This is cool. Brand loyal. Guys, they really like brands, and they're very loyal to them. So when you get a Latino coach and she starts loving Shakeology, I tell you, she's going to stick with it, okay? And you have to help her. You have to help them understand why it's cool, why it's nice, why it's Like, for example, Beachbody is something that they don't know about because Beachbody doesn't have much of a presence in Spanish. So for them, Beachbody is new. But once they find it very cool, they'll be very loyal to Beachbody. Okay. Now, engage on social media, like I gave you the stats before, right? It's close to 70-something%. We're 5 to 6 points more engaged in social media than any other demographic in the U.S. market. Okay. And also something else very interesting. They love home-based businesses. What does that mean? That they're more likely to say yes to the coaching opportunity than any other demo in the U.S. So if you want more coaches or more business builders, talk to the bilingual Latinos. Talk to an English-speaking Latina. And let me tell you, they'll say, yeah, I'm interested. If I can make a couple $100 more a month, tell me about it. And please tell me about it. You know? They won't be shy about it. Okay? Something else. They love to look good, constantly searching for weight management solutions. I think that pretty much goes to every demographic in the U.S., but for some reason it's more accentuated. Probably because they share more on social media. You know, they're more willing to ask, hey, what happened here? Or, how do you do that? You know, they're more willing to say out loud that they're interested in what you get to offer. Okay, cool. So now we go into us, Team Beachbody. What we are doing to support your efforts. Once again, you do not need to speak Spanish to build in the U.S. Spanish market. However, if you want to build in that group, approach bilingual Latinas like Jessica. Women who speak both languages, Spanish and English, and tell them to join you, right? And you teach them in English and you do all your things just like you do with any other coach, okay? But then you're going to connect her with us. You're going to connect him with the tools we have available. And you're going to be able to tell them, hey, guess what? On Beachbody On Demand, we have 16 programs dubbed into Spanish. So what does that mean? When you go to Beachbody On Demand and you go to 21 Day Fix or 21 Day Fix Extreme, 2020 Hardcore, Body Beast, Brazilian Butt Lift, Size, Core de Force, Country Heat, Insanity, Hammer and Chisel, P90 X2, Rev Abs, Slim and 6, and the other ones is Core de Force, and now the Shift Shop, and UV2 also, okay, that's not there. You can access a Spanish track in that. If you go to Beachbody On Demand, there is a little video that shows you, we can send you the link, how to change the language from English to Spanish. And that's phenomenal because they can have access to all those immediately. So they buy the All Access Challenge Pack and they have access to 16 programs in Spanish right there. Isn't that cool? I love it, you know? So that's the first pillar, right? The fitness part, right? Of course, we also have DVD challenge packs in Spanish. The DVD challenge packs in Spanish are 21 Day Fix, Extreme, Butt Lift, Hip Hop Abs, Slim and 6, T25, and Turbo Fire. Okay? So that's what we have available in Spanish. So if you think, oh, you know what, I want to sell them a UV2 challenge pack in Spanish, that doesn't work because we don't have the DVD in Spanish, right? Maybe we will in the future, but right now these are the only ones who are DVDs that are available in Spanish. Cool? All right. Okay. Now, a note, very, very important note. To have access to the Spanish tools available to coaches, Spanish-speaking coaches should select Spanish as their primary or secondary language. And you can hear my Father's Day little ones knocking on the door. I love my kids, but that's why I have to lock the door. I know you know how I feel. You lock the door, you keep them out, you can go on with life. I'll play with them in a minute. Okay, so when you go to the back office, right, you've got the option when you go to settings to receive emails, right, notifications and so forth. But also we allow you to select a primary and secondary language. If you select primary language in Spanish or secondary language in Spanish, you will start receiving our emails also in English. If you put secondary language in Spanish, you will receive both English and Spanish. So, and in fact, I think that even if you choose primary language Spanish, you will still receive emails in Spanish if you're secondary. What I'm trying to say is this. If you select primary language, Spanish, you will still receive English content because we sell it to everybody in the U.S. Okay. Now, give me 1 second. I'm gonna tell the kids to give me a minute. Okay. 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 Okay, guys. This is Thomas. Say hello, Thomas.
Hello.
Cameron, come here. Say hello. Hello. He's our youngest. He's 4. My wife is pregnant. Now we're going to have a 5th. A little crazy. And this is Thomas's little friend, Cameron. Say hello, Cameron. And they were knocking on the door. Neighbor. Okay, guys. Now go play outside again. Cameron, take him outside, please. Yes. Okay. I'm back. Okay, so where was I? Sharing this document. All right, guys. So,
Two languages.
Two languages. Okay, so there you go. Share screen. Okay, so this is super important for us as a company. Okay, that you select primary or secondary language Spanish. Now, this is not for you guys who don't speak the language, but for you who speak the language, please use it because it allows us to count you as a Spanish-speaking coach. Let me tell you why this is relevant. It shows us that we need more support in the language. So when we talk about new BOD programming and then we're going to dub it into Spanish, we look at the number of people who've selected Spanish as a primary or secondary language. When we talk about new tools in Spanish, we look at the number. When we talk about translation for Summit, we look at that number. So when you find that bilingual Latina, ask him to select primary or secondary language Spanish so we can have access. So they can have access to the tools that we have available to them, but also so we can count them and see that they're there so we can provide them better support. Okay. Now let's go to Shakeology. Now check this out. This is the cool part. See the Shakeology logo? It's in Spanish. Ah, cool, huh? So why? Because the Shakeology team recognizes and realizes that how important it is to make sure that people are understanding what we're saying. They understand what the key message behind Shakeology is. So we have a whole bunch of, basically the Shakeology page, right, as you can see here, is in Spanish. By the way, you're going to have this access to this document at the end of the call, so you don't have to write anything down on this. Then you just click on it. It's going to take you to the page. In fact, let me share the page with you right now. This is crazy. I love it because it's so cool. Now, can you see it? You see the page in Spanish now? And so we've got all these things that are available in Spanish and information. So you don't have to be translating anything. And one of the things that Jessica told me is like, Carlos, I was ready to translate all these things. And then I thought to myself, this is crazy. I can't translate all these things. And it's true, you can't. And you know what? We don't expect you to. If you find a tool that you want in Spanish, send it to us. Send it to me. Because we've got a wonderful team of people that can make sure this is available in Spanish. If we don't find it, or we don't have it, or maybe we find that it's obsolete, maybe we can help you all translate it ourselves anyway. But the key message for our products are available in the language, and that's what I want to share with you. And once again, you've got access to all this by using our tools, okay? Coach mobile app. All the business tools are available there. Also, we've got an opportunity video in Spanish, a video that goes Team Beachbody en Español. It explains to you what Team Beachbody is. It's actually Carl Deichler with this very sexy Latino voice, right? Well, yes. So he's speaking Spanish. Carl Deichler speaks Spanish too. You can see him on this video. It's very funny. And then communications channels, right? So communications channels. We have Facebook page, which is called Team Beachbody en Español, which is basically our official page where we post all our official communications to coaches and Team Beachbody enthusiasts. Then we've got a Facebook group called the Coaches Latinos at Team Beachbody. That's where we give support to our Spanish-speaking coaches. Those who are building their business in Spanish, we put them in there, and we're doing basically it's like the champions page, right? We've got another group here that I haven't added. It's the Leaders Latinos, which is like the wall in Spanish. And of course, we have Coach 411 News in Spanish. is another very cool tool. You've got access to all the news for the month, the promotions, all those things that are going on in the month. They're available to you there. And we also have a monthly call in Spanish. We call it La Llamada Nacional de Team Beachbody, which is the national wake-up call in Spanish. And that takes place first Wednesday of every month, 4 p.m. Pacific. Now, Jessica, did you get a chance to listen to the last one? Yeah? And what do you think? Can you give us an insight into these tools? Can you give us your experience of what you think about it?
Okay, you hear me, guys?
Perfectly.
Okay. I think it's great because not only does it let me listen into the mind of a Latina, and it lets other Latina women listen into the mind of a successful Latina coach. So I think it's great. And their stories, I mean, if something Latin people have is the sentiment that they put into anything. And you listen to these girls, even on the Team Beachbody Latinos pages, you listen to their, I don't know who was the last coach I listened to, and the way that they interact with other coaches, with other people, it is an emotional, it's very empowering, and it's very emotional, and to listen to it in your language, and for other Latina women to have these tools available to them, it is just amazing. I think that my personal Beachbody business has grown in the past month only because for the first time, I'm actually interacting with whatever Beachbody Latin, that Latin part of the community is. And that is so important, not only to the coaches, but to the Latin community that you're supporting. I mean, there's nothing like sharing and motivating people in their native language. Even if they're bilingual. I'm bilingual, but my main language, the language I feel in love with, it's in Spanish. And
doctora habla español.
Sí, no, tiene que ser español. Sí.
Hey, so Jessica, and this is, guys, this is lesson number 1 as you go into international business. We need to be culturally sensitive. Think about this yourself. Let's say that I put you in the middle of China. Yeah? You're speaking Chinese, you understand Chinese, but when you connect with other Americans, let me tell you, I don't know if you've been international, I have had the privilege and the honor of going to many places in the world, but when you connect with people that you relate to in a cultural base, you know, it creates a bond that is super cool. And let me tell you, the expat community that we have in China and Shanghai was super cool. I mean, there are Americans that maybe in the U.S. would not have been friends because of the geography, because of so many other things. But because you are in a foreign speaking country, you know, in a way, it connects you immediately. And that's what we're trying to do with the U.S. Spanish Latinas. We're providing them with a platform where they can thrive. They can learn from each other. They can work. So the cool part about this is this. You speak English. And the Latinas you're going to reach are bilingual. You can bring them in. You can teach them what Beachbody is. You can give them the culture of Beachbody, the culture of your team, right? And then you say, guess what? We also have that same thing, but in Spanish. Go learn from these guys. Connect with them. See what you can do. So they can expand your business, your personal business, into another language without you having to speak it. And that's the cool part, because we're providing those tools that will be available to you. So, and the same thing as we're doing in the UK too. You know, we'll, even though we speak the same language in the UK, it is a different market. And you will notice it as you start developing that market also. Jessica, thanks so much. And let me tell you something else, okay? We got events in Spanish. We got Super Saturdays. So the Super Saturdays, when you enroll Super Saturday, you can also enroll to receive the content in Spanish. So those who speak Spanish can actually interact with the content in the language. Every Super Saturday, we interview also a Latina coach who's building a business in Spanish so they can share with others what they're doing to build. It's super cool. For example, that's an example. This link right here is an example of one of those videos. And then we've got the biggest event, this biggest Spanish-speaking event is called La Cumbre Latina, which is a summit session in Spanish. Before we open Summit, we have a session Thursday morning from 10 a.m. to noon, no, to 1, which the whole session is going to be in Spanish. So we're going to, and the cool thing is that, so we got the coaches from different ranks speaking there, training. And we also have super trainers who come and also a nutritionist. For example, Darren O'Lean is going to be training there and Jeff Hill will be training there. So yeah, it's a small group. We only have like 300 people there, but then you have Darren O'Lean right in front of you. So it's a pretty cool atmosphere. So once again, for those of your coaches who say, hey, you know what, I would love to go to a training so I can understand in my first or second language in Spanish, you tell them, hey, you need to go to La Cumbre. Because that is a big effort that we put as a company to ensure that your Spanish-speaking coaches are taken care of, that they feel like they've got a place that they can use to build. And let me tell you this, we will go to Latin America. Okay, we don't have a date yet. But the purpose of putting all these things together is so we can open up in Colombia. We can open up in Argentina. We can do in Chile, Peru, and Mexico. Because we're interested. That market is amazing. And the thing is that when you start building a U.S. Spanish-speaking team, guess what's going to happen when we open Mexico or Colombia? They're going to go and run on their own. And thus, you will take advantage of that opportunity because your group is already there. So, core support, we have a coach relations number in Spanish. We have Alex Pascual, who's our compliance manager, who speaks Spanish and does a phenomenal job. That's his office phone number. He said, please, Carlos, give him my phone number. That's his email address, so you've got it available. Kenia Chavez is our marketing manager who does all our support in Spanish. And then, of course, it's me, who I work with international markets. And Spanish is my main responsibility. But that's my cell phone number. If you want to call me, you can. Of course, I'm always in a call somewhere, so I'm going to text you back and say, yeah, I'll call you back in a minute. But what I want to say to you guys is this. The world is waiting for what we have available to it. They need us. It is not a matter of, oh, we got something, I don't know if they want Shakeology. We're not selling Shakeology, guys. We're not selling Beachbody on Demand. We are providing people with a total solution, something that's real, something that even doctors for years have been talking about. When you go to the doctor, he doesn't ask you, well, how's your diet going? Or, oh, are you using this crazy pills? No, he's asking you this. Hey, are you exercising regularly? Hey, are you eating right? Please tell me you're doing these things, right? And the cool part is this, that we provide a support group to ensure that they do these other two things. So I know that what we're doing is impacting lives. I know it because it's impacting my own life, and I've seen hundreds and thousands of people who benefit from what we're doing. And I feel super, grateful for the opportunity I have to be talking to you tonight because we really have something amazing. And I just want you to know that. Thanks so much, Stacy, for the opportunity, Jessica, for getting us together. This, for me, is a passion, and I love it. And I hope I can be a tool available to you in what you may need. So thanks again. I don't know if you have any questions for me, but Stacy, there you go.
Thank you. Thanks, Carlos. No, absolutely. We totally appreciate it. Anytime we have a snippet of your time, it's extremely valuable to all of us. So even with the little, munchkin interruptions, it's fun because that's real life. It's how it is. It's what we do. And it shows that we're all normal. Yes, you're part of corporate, but you're doing just like we are, right? In your home, giving us that support. So thank you. I appreciate you. Anybody else have questions before we let Carlos go back to his family? I'm sure it's dinner time.
And we're going to plant trees here.
Yes, we're going to plant trees. And one of the things, guys, I do want to let you all know, Carlos has agreed to host a call for us in our UK, with our UK people who are interested in the coaching opportunity, who are asking questions now. So what I've been doing is, because we're all on different time zones, Carlos is in Provo, Utah. So that's 2 hours from us East Coasters. And then it's 4 hours on the other side of the pond. So, so what I've been doing is collecting, a good time frame for people that is going to match with all of us. And I think maybe sometime in a couple of weeks, in within the next month, we'll have another one of these calls with a talk specifically about the business opportunity, but also the different, as we described, the 3 levels of coaching on our team. Because I'd ever like to discount any level of coaching. We need our, discount coaches just as much. They are our customers. By having them as a coach on the team ensures that we're going to still show up ourselves. Like, they very much coach us. So it's very important that they are coaches as well. So we want to make sure that we set them up with success, and know that they have the support now before the launch. So, because some of them are asking all sorts of really good questions. Like, one of them is, can I invite anybody I want to this group? Absolutely. Like right now it's just a free group. And I'm like, yes, please share, invite, everything. And so I feel like as much little ground and footwork we can do now with some of the little leaders that I'm already seeing in this group. I have one UK question though.
Please.
What are your thoughts on, because I don't know what salaries are like over there versus here. And so I'm actually getting a lot of personal trainers who are very interested in this. And I mean, they are business. We're not necessarily, we might be like-minded, but we don't look alike. So it's hard for me to speak to that side of the business as to how to incorporate it in their own. But that's what I'm seeing a lot on Instagram, is there's a huge fitness community, but are they hungry for opportunity?
I think that the way to solve that one is by actually talking about it, to them.
Okay.
And let me tell you, if exercising to classes, basically going to a class where someone's leading the class, is something that's been picking up steam for the last 3 years in the UK. There are 2 reasons why. One of them is because flats or apartments are smaller there, and it rains a lot. So most people try to find a place to work where to go exercise. And that place is usually a gym or a community center where they have someone leading the pack. So you will find a lot of personal trainers. I don't know if per capita they're more than in the US, but they've got classes of followers, which is pretty cool. That means that if you get a personal trainer, they're more likely to become a diamond quickly.
Yeah.
Okay. Have a few people, more than 8 people, more than 12 people who would be willing to go with them. So money-wise, I think they'll be interested in what we've got to offer with commissions. I mean, they will really well. I mean, this is a company that pays very well compensation-wise. But I think that one of the things that needs to speak to to be able to take the culture of what we are about is to ensure that we really are talking about our mission, which is really help people achieve their goals.
Yes.
Most physical trainers, they do have that in their mind, that they do want to help people. So when an American company or American coach comes across like saying business, 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 is a big turnoff. Mm-hmm. So every time you start a conversation, I would start by saying, hey, we're here about helping people, and what I want to do is provide you with another tool to do that, because you've been doing that for years already, especially with the trainer, right? Mm-hmm. But this tool is going to benefit you tremendously, monetarily, and I can help you do that. I mean, I can help you to be your coach, business coach. I think that would be a way to do it. But once again, don't get too excited because it's a turnoff for some reason. I mean, we've said it many times. We've been sharing videos, like corporate videos, and they say that we're too bubbly. That's what they call us. Oh, too bubbly, too cheeky, you know. It's funny, but it's true. And the thing is this, and that's why they describe this. They say the people I want to be associated with is someone I can sit down and have a cup of coffee with. Mm-hmm. That keeps them coming back. So basically, a cup of tea. They also drink a lot of coffee there too. But the thing is that they say that. So, you know, it's like someone I could invite over to my house, and this is the key, right? Invite over to my house and have a cup of coffee with, which is someone who's real, someone who's is honest and simple and straightforward, I guess. But yeah, we'll do a call, and you'll see with all your friends you already have in the UK. We'll do a call and we'll talk about how to approach business. Because let me tell you right now, we've got over 2,300 Beachbody certified instructors in the UK, and if these coaches or friends of yours are interested in taking a step, maybe a Beachbody Life certification could be one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, very good. We got
to. So yeah, connect to that site. I will add you to the group, and you'll start seeing what we're doing. Because basically, what we're trying to do is replicate our culture. So it's not an MLME, sell-C culture, but it's more like let's help people, let's give them results. And because when they get results, they're going to tell everybody about it, and they'll become a walking billboards.
And you uploaded that document into our coaches page?
I just did, yeah.
Okay, excellent. Can you put the Latina one as well?
Yes.
That'd be great. Okay. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Carlos. We appreciate you, and we'll be in touch.
Hey, it's my pleasure, and thanks again for the invitation. Good luck with everything.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lindsay.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye. Good night, guys.